Resyncing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. G'day guys, StevieTheAussie here, signing in for the next portion of my Let's Play for BioShock. In the last episode, we met Julie Langford, who set us on a quest to retrieve a rose for her. Because apparently men don't want to give her roses for any other reason. Unless she does send them out on quests, like she did for us. Anyway, in this episode we will be returning to the research labs, and I'm going to stop doing that voice. We will be returning to the research labs and delivering said flower to the one and only Julie Langford. And I'm going to completely ignore what's going on out there. Heroes and criminals.
I couldn't believe how much things had changed since I left Dr. Steinman's office. It's like I don't even recognize Rapture no more. I hear they've been rounding up people in Paula Square. I asked Ryan how could he do such things to innocents. He said, innocents. If they haven't chosen to defend Rapture, they've chosen to side with Atlas and his bandits. So there are no innocents. There are heroes, and there are criminals.
Well, Andrew, Ryan, I don't think it's quite that black and white, just because you might put values of other things. Because just because they decide not to defend Rapture doesn't mean that they didn't have a good reason. I mean, think about the fact that some people might have chosen to defend their own wives and children instead of the city. Because, I mean, I can guarantee the person who gives the most crap about this city is probably Andrew Ryan himself. The rest of the people, it was not such a big thing. The reason why they came here was for their families, so their priorities were for their families, not for Rapture. And these are the kinds of people who Ryan saw as criminals, and they were punished for this sort of stuff. Oh, that's good news for you. Bye-bye. Alright, I already searched you because I killed you last episode, I think. Oh yeah, I gotta start using the camera more. I got a really bad habit of not using the camera much, and I definitely advise you not to follow my lead when it comes to that. Because particularly the later levels, when the enemies do level up, because like I said in their bios, I believe pretty much all the enemies do level up. They upgrade later on in the game, and when they do, you'll want to have pretty much every edge you can.
You've brought the Rosa Gallica? Oh, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation?
Yes, please.
Send it through the pneumo.
Am I gonna get that engraved invitation? Okay, no. Alright, so let's just send it to the pneumo.
Yes, this is perfect. Perfect. Come on up to my office. I'm letting you in now. I think I've got just the thing to put the green back in this.
Well, that's good news, because between this and the last episode, I've been running a little short on breath. What won't they steal?
Isn't there anything in this damn place those pagans won't steal? Paper towels, ink pots, witch hazel, chlorophyll solution, even my back issues of National Geographic. They're feathering their disgusting little shrines with it, I suppose. Sick bastards.
There's a lot worse things that they could use to feather their shrines with. At least not putting heads and all that sort of stuff. I remember there was a lot of that sort of stuff in Fallout 3. Except I guess they weren't really shrines. Hacking expert. Alright, let's try this again. The original HackSmart Gene Tonic. Hacking expert diffuses alarms and helps avoid overloads. It's a must-have plasmid of the HackSmart line. I'm getting better, I think. Anyway, so that means just one fewer alarm tile and one fewer overload tile when you're hacking. I hope I did actually go through those. I can't actually remember if I did.
Security system in this joint. Right. Come on up to my office.
So obviously that little counter on the left shows you how long until the security lockdown runs out. So you got 240 plus seconds to have a little look around. Teaching an old hound.
Who says you can't teach an old hound new tricks? This batty plant woman spends 4 years coming up with ways to defoliate trees in the Pacific to scare out the Japs, and now here I am, down at the bottom of the Atlantic, trying to figure out how to do the same thing in reverse. Adam. It's bathtub gin times the atom bomb times Eve with a serpent. Let's go see what it can do.
Are you sure you want to be messing around with something like that? Sounds like trouble. But all the greatest minds in society, in history, I mean, they didn't really shy away from trouble now, did they? Alright, so make note of the circus of values that's right here, because you're definitely going to need that in a little bit. Hey, Electric Joe! Ooh, that would be awesome if we could have something that shoots that. Why do I put a voice on? I don't know. Alright, I'm just going to auto-hack this. Put some first aid kits. We already have plenty of Eve. Need a couple of those. Alright. Well, I like the shotgun, so I like to buy ammo for it. So yeah, take good note of the U-Invent machine, the circus of values over there, and the gene bank right here. You'll need to know where those are very soon. Well, actually no, it wouldn't be very soon, would it? Of course, if you've never played this game, you don't know what I'm talking about. But that's not your fault. Although, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it means you haven't played this awesome game, which is definitely something you should be doing. Alright, so, I just ran past it, but these are actually the research labs. I didn't actually say that before. This is actually where, obviously a lot of the research behind the creation of Arcadia took place, and it's also where Julie Langford actually holed up to survive the Rapture Civil War. That's why she's actually still alive and well. I mean, she is pretty well, right? Look, she's nice and healthy. She's not...
Julie, we made a business deal, you and I, did we not? Money changed hands. Let me read to you from the agreement. Section 3, subsection 4.
Mr. Ryan?
Ryan Industries maintains exclusive rights to the creation, use, and exploitation of the Lazarus Vector. Ownership is civilization.
Wait! No! Please!
Without it, we're back in the swamp.
Mr. Ryan!
Well, she was well.
Every time we get a yard ahead, Ryan goes and moves the goal line down to the other side of the field.
So yeah, sort of shows you how far Andrew Ryan is willing to go to kill us.
I've been killing trees for 25 on the Japs at Iwo Jima, but I never brought one back from the grave before. I did, Becky. Mama's gonna build her first damn Frankentree. I'm gonna call my little creation the Lazarus Vector. Maybe it'll bring the old gal's career back from the dead as well.
Unfortunately, it hasn't yet brought the corpse back to life, so there's nothing that can really be done for poor Miss Julie Langford. However, perhaps we can make sure that her efforts were not in vain. And to help us, we have the chemical thrower, which I actually referenced a couple of times, so I'm obviously psychic. So all the napalm, liquid nitrogen, and electric gel that you've been picking up, you can actually, this gun will actually throw it for you. So it's basically a flamethrower, a freeze gun, and an electric gun all at once. I couldn't remember the proper name for that. Anyway, so this is actually probably my favorite gun in the game. However, it does actually consume ammo pretty quickly. Anyway, so that code that she scrawled in the windscreen there, unfortunately she didn't have the sense to write it backwards before she died. Damn woman. No, I'm sorry. So 9457. Alright, so check the botanical illustration, wall safe, 9457. Search it and you'll find Lazarus Vector formula.
What's the point of being a damn genius if the only ones around to appreciate it are a bunch of spliced up morons? I've cracked the Vector, or at least I'm 99% certain I have. I just need a bud of Rosa Gallica to confirm my analysis. Distilled water, a bit of chlorophyll, and enzymes extracted from Apis mellifera. That's right, sweetheart. Honeybee.
You have a multi-part goal, so there are a couple of these in the game. Essentially that means that instead of having one straightforward goal, our goal has been split up into 3 smaller parts. So our major goal, or our main goal, is to invent the Lazarus Vector. That's a weird voice. Lazarus Vector. And to do that, we need to obtain 7 distilled water, 7 enzyme samples, and 1 more chlorophyll solution. So that's why I've been saying pick up all the chlorophyll solution you find. So now we only need 1 more. It's a lot easier than if you just walked right over it. So that means that we actually have to venture to... Hello? Oh, hello. Ah! Burn! Burn! Ring of fire and all that. So there's not much of a ring. You alive? Oh, hello. Nope, but that Houdini... Oh, crap! I am silly. I am very silly. Alright, so I completely forgot that now that Julie Langford's dead, all the security units that she had hacked are no longer on our side, because they were actually... One sec. I still gotta get used to stopping talking when I'm hacking something, because you guys can't hear me anyway, because I'm just cutting it out. Well, it's either that or make you guys sit through each of the hacking instances. Oh, hello. Bye. Oh, hello, Big Daddy. He may or may not become relevant in a couple episodes. Hopefully he won't. Alright, so that's 7 chlorophyll solutions. We got enough. Oh, hello. So like I was saying, unfortunately, Arcadia is kind of lacking in distilled water and bee enzyme. Yes, there's not a lot of bee spit all over the place. So we actually have to go to another area and then come back here. And Atlas, are you going to help us find where we need to go?
Arcadia's a big place, but mostly rural. If you're looking for something in particular, I'd start in the farmer's market.
So yeah, farmer's market, that's where we're going. See, this is why I use the shotgun, because I'm a really bad shot, and the shotgun's widespread shots make up for that. Alright, yeah, so off to the market we go. A farmer's market, where any man can make his fortune. I don't know if that was actually a slogan, but it completely should have been. Alright. Hey, tree farm. I don't think we've been in here yet. So even the tree farm's dead. There must have been a lot of leftover oxygen, considering we haven't died of suffocation yet. Up. Hack. No, I wasn't actually talking about the security bot. I was actually talking about you. I was calling you a hack. Not you. This guy. Not you guys. Alright, now I need to go back here because there's actually an audio diary back here, which is quite easily to skip because of some of these fights. It's amazing how quickly I sometimes forget that sort of stuff. Arcadia and oxygen.
Now, I'm a woman of science, but I'm also a woman who's not afraid of turning a buck or two. Ryan said if I could boost profits in Arcadia, part of the app would ride on my hip. So I get to thinking, we're paying for oxygen when we got photosynthesizing trees. Hell, we can even sell the extra to the rest of the city and undercut the other guys. Ryan will like that for sure. Fontaine's people have moved into the O2 biz tooth and claw.
So yeah, obviously Frank Fontaine, if you haven't put it together yet, he kind of wanted to take things over here in Rapture before he died. And one of his biggest strategies was gaining support of the people. Like he did by providing them with plasmids to make them stronger, and the orphanage for the quote-unquote orphanage for the little sisters, and the home for the poor, and then he was trying to move into the O2 game to provide people with free oxygen. Maybe not free oxygen, but oxygen. Hey, another Power of the People weapon upgrade station. Alright, I'm pretty certain already what one I want. I want chemical thrower consumption rate. So essentially it just means your ammo goes down slower when you're using the chemical thrower. Oh, and by the way, the chemical thrower when you're using the electric gel is friggin' OP. It is so overpowered, and I'll actually show you it when I get enough electric gel. Anyway, so let's hack this. Well, that was stupidity at its finest. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything for the especially not napalm. I know there's a lot of I'll be picking up a lot of napalm. Yeah. Actually I might pick up a couple of first aid kits just in case. Oh, hello. You like fire, do you? Jesus Christ. Oh, that completely worked. More chlorophyll solution. So you'll mostly pick up chlorophyll solution here in Arcadia, so you might want to think about getting all the chlorophyll solution you need before you leave, in case you haven't got enough yet. Alright, save. And it's a good thing I didn't buy more first aid kits. That's why I try not to max out my supplies, whether I'm using ammo or first aid kits or Eve, because you never know when you're going to find more anyway. So usually I'll stick about 3/4 of the way full, usually. Paternal instinct.
What makes something like me? I look at genes all day long, and never do I see the blueprints of sin. I could blame the Germans, but in truth I did not find tormentors in the prison camp, but kindred spirits. These children I brutalized
I've awoken something inside that for most is beautiful and natural, but in me is an abomination. My maternal instinct.
So you can tell that Tenenbaum still was really sort of beating herself up about the whole thing with the Little Sisters to a great degree. I mean, I'm not saying I blame her. I mean, what she did was pretty bad. And we're still having flashbacks about our house, a very nice farmhouse. Alright, anyway, so that's where I'm going to end this episode. In the next episode, we will be venturing to the farmer's market and hopefully completing at least one of our multi-goals, which is collect. So either by the end of the next episode, we'll either have all the enzyme samples we need or all the distilled water we need. Yeah. So I hope you guys can join me for that. But for now, this is StevieTheAussie signing out. Good day. And goodbye.